Hey gamers, what's up? So this is going to be a compilation video of a bunch of different stuff I've bought this summer so far. Yard sailing, I went to C.O.R.G.S and a guy was selling off the last of his inventory and I got a really good deal on that stuff. So you're going to see all that stuff as well, and just some odds and ends that I've picked up. So I wanted to do it all at once rather than doing your typical pickups video where I hold stuff up and take up all your time. It would be forever if I did that. So this is going to be a Passover and I thought you would find it very interesting. So let's just jump right into it. So we're starting off with some yard sale finds. These are just a bunch of Xbox games that I got from a few various yard sales. Got a good deal on all this stuff, so that's pretty cool. Oh, and a DS game, look at that. Kind of random. This was all from one yard sale: GameCube, the Dance Dance Revolution, Disney Grooves for the Wii, the balance board, and then a stack of games to go with them. Nothing super spectacular, but still pretty good stuff. This is probably one of the best finds I've gotten in a while. This is a Samsung GX TV. I believe these came right around 1998. This is a 13-inch monitor. These were awesome gaming TVs for their time. They had multiple audio-video inputs, composite video inputs, and these, as you can see, doors opened up to offer stereo sound. It had a subwoofer built into the back. I had one of these years ago, and this was just an awesome find. I picked this up on a Facebook group, actually. Someone had it listed, and I managed to snag it for $25. I didn't get a chance to plug a console into it and test it out yet, but it did power on just fine, so I'm sure everything's going to be good with it. I'll probably do another video with it later on just to show it functioning properly and everything. This is just a lot of Atari 800 stuff I got in. It's the computer, the disk drive, the program recorder, and a box full of really awesome stuff, just a ton of software, so that's pretty cool. That just came into the store recently. And here's some limited run stuff that I got in, that I just throw this into the video as well. This is Nurse Love Addiction. It's the collector's edition for the Vita. This is another limited run game. This is their variant of the Special Reserves Ruiner. So I thought that was totally worth having, and I wanted to have it side by side with my Special Reserve copy of the game as well. And this is another cool one. This is from a company overseas, the UK, called Super Rare Games. And this is their Switch version of The Flame and the Flood. Now we're on to some NES stuff. A couple of box games here, Crystallis and Wampum. Got these in a huge lot from C.O.R.G.S, as well as these loose cartridges. You can see a couple UK, like Action in New York and Noah's Ark. And then a lot of these unlicensed games, a few Wisdom Tree games there. Just some really cool stuff. Here in the bottom row I got some Tinjin carts. That's a bunch of unique looking carts for the NES. This is a Super Noah's Ark 3D that I got. As you can see, the label on it is pretty chewed up, but I did a pretty cool refurb on it. I found an original unapplied sticker and applied it to this one to have a pretty mint looking copy of the game. This is a really choice piece, battle formula for Famicom. This is basically Super Spy Hunter. It's very hard to find, and I was pretty stoked to get hold of a copy. Here's some more NES stuff that I got. Just some random awesome titles. And some more. Always have to have those Super Mario Duck Hunt carts. It's funny, they're so common, but I go through a ton of them. Maniac Mansion is always super popular. And Xenophobe is in there. That's one of my favorite old school arcades, as well as that North versus South game, which is pretty awesome. Here's another stack. I really have gotten a lot of NES stuff in recently, which is good because I needed to replenish some of my supply. Favorites in here, the Goonies, Paperboy, Mario, stuff that people are always looking for when they come through the door. And here are some cool repro carts that I picked up. I like these because the cartridges themselves are different colors. They can't be confused for the original versions, but it's a nice physical copy if someone needs it. The rest of these are all just Super Famicom carts. There's some really good titles in here. Mr. Do, love that. There's a Battletoads, Battle Maniacs, and just some choice Japanese stuff. I always like to have this stuff in stock. People seem to like them. So here's a lot of really cool PAL Super Nintendo stuff that I got hold of. There's some really good titles in here. I was really pleased to get this stack, and I got a really good price on it, so I just snagged it. I had no choice but to buy it at the price I got it. As you can see, there's some really good titles in here too. The best thing that this lot allowed was this one, the Wild Guns. Very cool title to have, and not something you see too often. Now these are just a bunch of Super Nintendo games, and there were so many of them, so I thought I'd do a quick pass by and let you see what this lot had to offer. As you can see, there is a lot of common stuff in here, but then there are some really choice titles, so I thought I'd pull a couple of them out and let you see them. This Demon's Crest had a little bit of damage on the label there, you can tell, so I'm definitely marking that one down. Someone tore the label and then they tried to color it in with markers. Not too bad, but definitely reduces its value. Here are a couple of boxed Super Famicom carts. Space Invaders, classic, everyone loves Space Invaders, and Final Fantasy VI. I predict the Final Fantasy will go pretty fast. People tend to like those around the store. Now here's a really good lot of NES stuff that came in the door, actually just kind of as I was putting this video together, so I took some quick footage and threw it into the video. Again, this is another lot with some really cool titles, stuff that I know is going to sell really well at the store. Also with this lot, there was some Super Nintendo stuff and just more great titles. I love it when stuff like this comes through the door. I go crazy over it, and I know when I put it on the shelf, customers are going to go nuts when they see it as well. So that really makes me happy. This lot also included some really cool box stuff. And what really stands out, of course, are these original sealed Sonic games. And lastly, this is Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death for Super Nintendo. This is a game created by John Lester. You may know him as Gamester81 here on YouTube. He's a really awesome dude, and he wholesaled me some of these games so I could sell them at the store, and he went ahead and autographed them, and I put them in these nice protective cases. So these are a really cool collectible for anyone who wants something unique for their Super Nintendo collection. And that's it. So as you can see, I have picked up a lot of really interesting stuff. That big lot I bought at C.O.R.G.S was awesome. Some Nintendo, Super Nintendo, European Super Nintendo, Famicom, just a lot of stuff thrown in there. As well as some of the stuff you saw was just small lots of stuff that I got here at the store recently. I'm always getting new stuff in, and it's pretty cool to be able to show it to you so you can see what's happening. And that's it. I did mention C.O.R.G.S, so please do be sure to check out C.O.R.G.S. That's the Columbus, Ohio Retro Gaming League. It's a show run by Gary Carnucci. He does a great job, and if you look at my old videos, you'll actually see some old videos from C.O.R.G.S. It gets bigger and better every year. It's really a great show, and I love being part of it and going and setting up. So that's it for now. I'm going to get back to work, and I will see you all soon. But please do subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon so you get updates for future videos. And follow me on Twitter at L1Games if you have the opportunity. I'd appreciate it. And that's it for now. So I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching.